Welcome everyone. This is pretty cool. Maté talk time. Every time when I capture, I notice that I said the same thing. I've got all these perfumes on and I smell amazing. So I'm not gonna say it, but you know it, because I do, I smell gorgeous. Welcome, Maté talk time. Hope you are all well. I am flying solo. Have a look at this photo. This is me improvising on how to do a focus pull because I had to move this camera to for the live that we just did. I'll tell you about that in a second. So yeah, this is my good friend from Japan, and I had to sort of improvise with this little rug so I can do a focus on this guy. Anyway, welcome. It's awesome to be before you all. Hoping everybody's well. Yerba mate is my drink. I'm going to enjoy another Maté talk with everyone. I've been enjoying all the comments that have been coming out. I do thank you all for all your comments, all the things that are happening there. We did a live on Monday, and I just want to say thank you to everyone. We got 43 people in that. I mean, for me, that's, I mean, maybe for other people, it's like, whatever. For me, it's awesome. 46 has been my max. 43, just the energy that was there, the awesome conversation that was going on was phenomenal. Really enjoyed it. Thank you everyone who was able to join us. One thing that did come in from a local Aussie subscriber, her name is Victoria, and she did say, look, it makes it pretty hard for us Aussies because and actually the other one that makes it really hard is our poor friends from Mumbai, from India, who are at 3:30 in the morning when the live goes out. So what I'm gonna do in the upcoming community post, I will ask the question, what's a good time for a live? And my gut says that maybe I need to do 2 lives, one that caters a little bit better for Northern Hemisphere, and then a second live that caters a little bit better for Southern Hemisphere. We're never gonna find the perfect match, but let's see what I can do, and I'm happy to accommodate and see how I mean, ideally I wanna do 1 live because that way it brings everyone together, but again, I'll put that in the community tab and that'll come out very soon. Now, I have a promo going on. So I'm on the quest to get married to 100,000, and I've got a promo running. So the conditions for the promo, or the conditions for you to win the new Homme & Jane Vanille des Afriques, is that you need to be a subscriber. So I am asking everyone who is joining in on the competition, I just ask you to subscribe to the channel from the back end, and have a look at this. So this is what we see from YouTube Studio. So this tells us whether you are a subscriber, and in some cases it could be that your notifications are on private. So we're asking if you can just go into here, click on this, then select the privacy and turn it off for now. All right, only temporarily until we've hit 100,000 and we've gone over. Part of the qualification is that you do need to be a subscriber to the channel. The other part of the qualification is you need to have a look at the video that I did with Meo Fushuni. It's this one here, and here's the link. Have a look at that. What were the 4 fragrances that we talked about? Put this red dot, and that way we can quickly identify where you are, that you've entered this comp, and then we'll put your name in the wheel, okay? So for those who would like to win this, it's valued at $130. I'll send it anywhere in the world, all right? So anywhere in the world, you'll have a chance to receive that. That promo will go live next week, all right? So you've got 1 more week for those people who want to participate. You can, actually, we've had an awesome response. So thank you everyone who's jumped on in. Now, if you are a subscriber, you get 1 entry into the competition, but if you're a member of the channel, you get 2 entries. So you'll get the wheel, you see the wedge is actually bigger, so you have more presence on that wheel and higher chance to win. That's the intention of it. So if you're a member, boom, I'll tell you how to become a member in just a second, but first, turn on the announcement thing. I'm gonna have a little drink while this thing starts going. Okay. Local Aussies only, you have a chance to win a bottle of Bonne Chauffe valued at about $400. All you have to do is go to the Libertine website, buy anything. So there's no a dollar amount, so you can buy a $40 item and have a chance to go into the draw to win this $400 prize, okay? If you're not sure about what Bonne Chauffe is, have a look at the video I created on this. It's an exceptional, boozy, bit more masculine, woody, sort of accentuated fragrance. Gorgeous, all right? All you gotta do is use the code NFC Frappant and to go into the draw. There's only been a few entries, let me just say, so the chances of winning are high. Even if like 7 more people, for argument's sake, get on, it's still you have a high chance to win this. And again, there's no value, so you don't have to spend $600 to join. $40, bada bing, you're in the mix. Okay, there's that. Becoming a member. Now, I've had the last couple of weeks, it's exploded. Memberships on the channel, I think we're at 77, bada bing, baby. 77 members, which for me is so incredibly awesome. I want to thank everybody who is a member, who's participating and supporting the channel. So why would you want to become a member? One, it's a support to the channel. As I said, it's that contribution helps us with all the things that we're doing, in particular in paying for postage, because another part of being a member is that, and today we'll do it, that you have a chance to let me send you something. So the winners of today will have a chance for me to curate up to 10 samples, 10 different things that I think are awesome and want to put on your radar, and I'll send it to you. You tell me what you like, and I'll curate this specifically for you. And the other part is Discord, and I think Discord is what's all of a sudden accelerated the desire to engage or become a member. So there is an NFC Discord channel or server, and the conversation in there is phenomenal. The activity, the engagement, the support that's within that community is fantastic. So if you'd like to join the NFC Discord server, and receive also the chance to win something today and also to support the channel, then become a member. Now it's easy. Go onto your desktop. If you go to YouTube, you go to the NFC channel, you'll see that there's a join button. It's $4. Here in Australia, I think it's $2.30. Oh, here it is. These are the prices. Now, if you're using a mobile device, this is how you do it. I've discovered on how to, because a lot of people are using either iPads or phones or whatever it may be. So first go to your browser. So go to Safari if you're using an iPhone or an Apple device. Then type in YouTube, go to the YouTube page. So don't use the app, so just stay on your browser for now. Then navigate to NFC channel. Now, once you're here, as long as you are signed in to your YouTube account, then click on the bottom right here. This will open up a fresh panel, and now click on this particular panel here, which is to open it up on desktop view. Once you're in this desktop view, you'll be able to see that join button. So you can now do that off any mobile device. If you have a Android or I don't know how to do it with an Android, try it in the same format. I'm gonna say it's gonna be somewhat similar, but that's a great way. So if you want to join, that's how you can do it. Super easy, bada bing. All right, that's it. All right, that's it. Announcement's done. Beautiful. All right, what I'm going to do now is I would like to do the raffle spin. So we have 2 winners. I'm going to just turn this thing on. Give me 1 second. Bop. All right, here we go. So we're going to spin twice. We're at 77. I mentioned that if we can be above 60, then I'm going to spin 2 times. So today we're going to have 2 lucky winners. All you need to do is DM me. Wherever the winners are going to be, DM me. Let me know what you like, and I'll curate that specifically for you. 10 samples. Here we go. Good luck. Badass. I've been so busting to say that, to get that person to win. So, badass, you are a winner for today. DM me, let me know what you like, and I'll send something out to you anywhere in the world. Here's the second spin. Good luck, everyone. Hakan, congrats, man. You won. All right, so both of you wonderful people, congratulations to you. Thank you again for being a member of the channel. It's an awesome support to me. Now, if you're not connected, so all those members who are all those individuals who are members of the channel. If you're not in the Discord, send me a DM or send me an email. Either one, I'll send you a private link so you can then jump on in and be part of that conversation. The conversation is phenomenal. There's so much support in there going on. It's brilliant. All right. So a lot of questions that have been I've received is in regards to Xerjoff. I mentioned last week that Kevin and I will be at Xerjoff. As a result of that, I've had a lot of messages come through, DMs, yada yada, saying what's Xerjoff, how does it work, what's going on, is there a cost? All right, so let me give you two quick things. One, I created 2 videos. If you watch this one here, the 2022 one, that was like me walking into it for the first time and seeing it with brand new, fresh eyes, okay? Now, Xerjoff is a trade event, and I think that a lot of the punters this year forgot or didn't realize or are not aware that this is actually a work function for all the brands. So all the brands that are there, it's a massive trade show. There's probably over 300 different niche perfume brands that are there. Not all the brands are present, but I'll tell you more about that in a second. And what happens is that in the past, it's a 4-day event. 2 days were for the trade. Only trade could go in, and the other 2 days were for the general public. However, what happened was in previous years, and this year was the first year that they changed it. In previous years was when the general public came in, some people were behaving very badly, meaning that they were very feral, and they were just like, they were stealing bottles, so there was a lot of theft going on when it comes to, because all the products are on display, so there was a lot of theft going on, a lot of really angry individuals, clients are trying to have meetings with distributors and retailers, etc., and then you have the general public asking for samples and all the rest of it. So they pay good money to be there because they're doing business. They're trying to, promote their product, but to a retail audience. So what they did this year is that they changed everything around, the organizers, and they said, all right, 3 days is for the trade, but we want to still be loyal to the customer or to the end user, and so we have 1 day that is now for the general public. Created a lot of chaos because now there's a lot of people, where before it was spread over 2 days, now it's 1 day, so it's just like millions of people everywhere. It's a free event, you don't have to pay to get in. It might change next year, I don't know yet, but let's assume that it is a free event for the general public to come in. The idea is that the brands are now have done all their work essentially, and now patrons can come in, smell the new stuff that's being created by the different brands, experience new things. So it's for a perfume lover, it is literally the walking into Willy Wonka's factory. You're seeing everything there and you're just geeking out in a major way. So what we're doing, so if you want to have a look at what it's all about, have a look at the 2 videos. The second video that I did was now a tour. So I was there the first year and I saw that it was very overwhelming. When you walk in, it's sensory overload in that, one, the smell, I didn't so I've been there twice and I never wore any perfume because the amount of perfume that's in the air inside that venue is extreme, to the point where it's literally sensory overload. Then the noise, there's a lot of people talking, I don't know how many thousands are in there, but there's a lot of energy. And then visual, you're getting constantly stimulated visually with all these different things that are in front of you. So I had the idea the first year I went, wouldn't it be cool to have someone who could tour me through this place? I would personally have enjoyed, I was fortunate to have Kevin. He helped me through, showed me, and I thought, you know what, I'd like to do this for fans. So second year I did a tour, and I had these 3 amazing people, the OGs, who joined me on this Xerjoff tour essentially. So Kevin and I were about to announce, give us another couple of weeks, we'll put it on our KM Fragrance Tour website, where we will be doing an Xerjoff tour. It will be on the public day, all right? So we can't get you in on the trade day, that's only for trade. So it will be on the public day, but we're doing some exciting things. So we're trying to, and I think last week I hinted at the fact, with us, you'll have cool experiences. Without us, you can still be there, but it's going to be without us. So one of the things that we're going to announce, and we want to announce it as a total package, but one thing that's just landed, we're really happy to have been able to succeed in getting this, is that we will now be doing a private session with Fragrance Du Bois. Now what happens is that because it's such an sensory overload, it is being an Xerjoff, it's super intense, okay? And so some of the brands feel that they want to have a more personal and a much more private experience for their business partners, so the retailers and wholesalers. And so they have a private suite in a hotel. Now, Kevin reached out to the Fragrance Du Bois team, asked them, could we actually bring our group of people to your suite and showcase, allow you guys to showcase the fragrances that you have and all the new ones that are going to be released? They said yes. So the people who will be joining us on this tour, there's only going to be a limit of 20 individuals, so we're going to cap it at 20. We'll get a chance and we're going to have lunch together. So we'll go to Xerjoff, we'll do lunch, and then after lunch we'll go to a private session or a private suite with Fragrance Du Bois and be able to now experience it in a much more genteel, and you'll understand this, all right? When you go into Xerjoff, you're gonna be like, oh my God, your brain will explode. So this is now a chance to experience the brand in a much more pleasant way, in a much more genteel way. So Fragrance Du Bois have announced that they will be joining in KM Tours on this particular event. So all that is coming to play in the next coming weeks. Give us 2 more weeks and the website will be ready with all the facets. So there's more that's happening, but that was just a bit of a tease. Boom. Little drink, baby. A little drink. Okay. I'm trying to keep this in really tight. All right, so what I want to do is celebrate all things Italy. And today is going to be about the phenomenal brand, which is Xerjoff. Now, the other reason why I want to talk about Xerjoff is I get a lot of messages. So within the channel, the 3 brands that, so again, within that YouTube studio, it tells me what are people finding me on, or what are they searching and coming to NFC. 3 brands. Xerjoff is number 1, Orto Parisi number 2, Nasomatto is number 3. So these are the 3 brands that have been somehow connected to me, and again, not somehow, but it's because of the content that I've created, I guess the conversation of being able to build around these particular brands. So today I want to dedicate more time to Xerjoff, and the reason for that is a constant question that I get asked, and it's 3, is I've bought my Xerjoff, what else should I buy? What would you recommend to me? Then I get the question, actually that was 3, so what should I buy? What's the next one? And then can you give me some recommendations? I really want to get into Xerjoff, but I don't know where to start. I've seen your videos, but where exactly should I begin my journey? So today, what I want to do is, I guess, you could call it for new recruits, even though these can fall deeper into semi-pro or veteran. But if you're brand new to Xerjoff, these 6 here are an awesome place to begin. You could also call this must-haves, all right? So you interpret this particular segment as you wish. So these are must-haves that are in the house that I think everybody who loves perfumery, not who loves Xerjoff, anybody who loves perfumery, these are must-haves that you should have. Or, and now this is the catch cry that tends to happen a lot in the fragcom, is perfumes for life. So I would classify these, even though I don't have favorites and I don't have perfumes for life necessarily, these are the ones that I am constantly reaching for, and these are the ones that I would say will work for anybody. Now, men, women, children, probably not pets or anything like that, but and I'll tell you why even children, because even my grandbabies, they get sprayed, or I spray them with these beautiful perfumes. So these ones here for everybody, all right? So they're not masculine, they're not feminine, anybody could wear these, and I'll go into how my family use them and other people that I know also use these particular fragrances. Boom, bing, boom. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop, because I know my battery's gonna die and I don't wanna stop in the middle of things, and then I'll be right back. Boom, and back. Now let me just say, I try to avoid saying it before, I smell divine. I got up, changed battery, and man, I am popping every one of these fragrances that I'm about to share with you. I go back, either must-haves, these are must-haves, these are perfumes for life, or if you're a new recruit and you want to start somewhere, start here, all right? I get some people who send me messages going, I want to get into the Xerjoff and I want to start with Alexandria too. Yes, if you understand oud, or if you've had other oud fragrances, but no, if you're brand new. So don't go for the bougie one first. Start here. And the other thing too, I'm going to suggest to use, there's nothing wrong with the 50 mils. 50 mils are awesome. If it gives you the option of being able to buy either a 50 mil, in some cases they either come in just 50 or just 100. But if you have the option, get the smaller one. I mean, I love my small 50 ml bottles because one, I save a little bit of money and it allows me to then to expand into other things. Anyway, that's just a little side note. First one I'd recommend to you guys is Neo. Now, Neo is a classic neroli fragrance. The difference is that, and I have so I love citrus. Let me just start with this. And I think that everybody needs a really, and you'll see that more than just a citrus. Citrus fragrances are fantastic all year round. Some people think that citrus is just for summer. No, citrus works so well in winter. I've been wearing this today. It's a cool day here in Melbourne and it is popping and it smells divine. If anything, and I'll tell you more about this, it reminds you of summer. It reminds you of summertime. It brings you, your memories take you to that location. So Neo is that particular fragrance where it is neroli, but now with the neroli with a sharpness. And this is how there's a drink called Chinotto. It's an Italian drink. Some people don't like it. I mean, you can get the San Pellegrino one, which is very sugary. It's not bad, but I love this one called Bisleri. And the Bisleri Chinotto makes your eye twitch, like, whoa. It is bitter. There's a sharpness to that drink, but it's so divine and it's refreshing. As a summer drink, it's just beautiful. And this is what Neo is. So yes, it's a neroli fragrance, but it's not a fragrant neroli with florals and whatnot. There are things like, boom, I'll tell you about, sorry, I saw something, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Cardamom, pink pepper. It does have green notes in here. So there is a sharpness to this fragrance. It still has the beautiful citrus component. For me, I get more mandarin. It's like a green mandarin note that I get. My mother-in-law, she's the most amazing gardener, Italian of course, and their backyard is like the Garden of Eden. Now they have a mandarin tree and it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful when it's fully ripe and all the rest of it, but the green mandarin, if you pierce it and you smell that, it's like Neo. All right. Now, it's not listed as a note in the actual fragrance. I think it's bergamot that is in there, but to my nose, and I am wearing it here, it's a sharp mandarin citrus, not floral in any way. So anyone who's like, oh, I don't like the white floral component, because sometimes they mix neroli with jasmine, with a jasmine note. And I think actually there might be jasmine in here. But for me, it's undiscernible. It's very soft and very removed. Anyway, Neo, boom, as a classic, as a beautiful summer fragrance that you can wear in winter, like a day like today, absolutely spectacular. And a big recommendation, everybody should own. The second one that I recommend everybody owns, but now this becomes a lot more joyful. And the things that I've written here is, actually I wrote here, summertime happiness, vibrant, joyous, and then in capitals, glorious. As I was prepping today and I'm smelling this fragrance, it was taking me to Milan. For those who may have not seen this video, this is where I just first discovered Torino 21. I was in the Xerjoff boutique. If you go to Milan, you need to go to this boutique. It is a bit quaint and small, but all the fragrances are there. Anyway, I discovered Torino 21 there, and it was pure love in the moment. And for me, when I smell this, I can see Milan. I see this, I can almost hear the tram going past. I'm on the scooter and Sandra's on the back. So this is the most happy, this is pure happiness. For me, when smelling this is about joy. This is about, it's summertime. The beautiful thing about Torino 21 is you can dress it up and you can dress it down. So this is an easy, I'm just gonna chill day to day, jeans and t-shirt scenario, boom. Or you're going, no, I'm going out for dinner and I'm gonna wear something that's vibrant, and boom. Because what happens is that it has this beautiful candied citrus on that opening. It's a beautiful herbal blend with that mint. It's got this vibrant mint, but there's also basil, and I know that there's thyme, sage in there also. Or is it thyme? rosemary. It has a rosemary in the heart. I think actually there is, I'll put it here. There's either thyme, but there's another herbal in there, which is quite prevalent or present when you first open the fragrance. It does dry to that herbal rosemary, and it does go into, there was one more, oh, the lemon verbena. So that lemon greenness, but it doesn't go into heavy green notes, unlike Neo. Neo is sharp green, whereas this always has a softness to it. It has a gentleness to it, and it's just pure magic. I just cannot get enough. This fragrance, you just need it. It's really spectacular. It dries down gorgeous too, but the opening is where the joy is. It's summertime in a bottle, and it just brings you, it makes you happy instantly. And again, watch that video in Milan. That video is nothing but happiness. It's sunshine, and it was a lot of fun filming. Now, another one that I totally love, and again, must have, perfume for life, yada yada, is UDEN Overdose. I did an episode with Maddie, my daughter, and it's called Baby What's Your Name. I love to blindfold people, get them to smell, and the reason why I do that is that sometimes we get distracted by brand, and actually the reason why I did it with this is that Maddie said to me previously, I don't like Xerjoffs. I don't find anything resonate. So I very cheekily did a lineup of three different Xerjoffs that she was unaware of. Now, this one here, watch her response. Well, you couldn't see her eyes, but she lights up. Her comments, she's like, what is this? I can see my husband wearing this. So this is an easy masculine, feminine fragrance. This works on anybody. Sandra doesn't like vanilla. Now, in the notes, there is no listing of vanilla. I get a very clean vanilla scent profile. There is amber in the base, and I'm putting it out there. That amber is obviously a constructed note. It's the perfumer can mix it around as they wish. I'm gonna say there's vanilla in that amber, or benzoin, or something with a vanilla touch to it, because this is a glorious citrus, amber, woody fragrance. I mean, it's hard for me, and actually here's another video. This is part 2 of my Xerjoff lineup. And I talk about this fragrance, and I mentioned that I have a hard time unpicking what exactly is going on, other than citrus woody amber with a vanilla touch. Not there. Gorgeous. Funny, because now I'm getting like a spice note coming through. It's awesome. The opening of this fragrance is absolute seduction. You fall in love in an instant. And then as the fragrance migrates, it sits on skin beautifully. I once mentioned that as a wedding fragrance, this is the most glorious fragrance of all. Now, the bride could be wearing this, the groom could be wearing this, or you as a guest could be wearing this. So for a wedding, this fragrance is exceptional because the sillage, the projection, the longevity is unstoppable. This fragrance here is a rock star. It's a glorious, glorious fragrance, and a massive recommendation. What else did I write here? Beep, bada, boop. Supreme Love. I define this as Supreme Love. So this, as I'm writing it, and I thought to myself, it's pure magic, but now pure magic on another level. So I'm gonna have to create a new, actually, Nazir, if you're there, my friend, Supreme Love, that's the new one, I think, because yeah, that's what came out when I was preparing for today. All right, let me have a small drink, and I'm gonna bring this baby home. I don't know if you can hear my stomach. I'm rumbling, I'm a bit hungry, but I wanted to film this first, and then, yeah, moving through. Okay, a new one that I have recently acquired, which is Via CAVOUR #1, and this has soared up the charts, up into that top 5, top 10 category. Via CAVOUR #1 is incredible. Now, I wrote here, so it is seduction, and my stomach, I'm embarrassed. Oh my God, settle. Relax in a second, my friend. So I wrote here seduction and perfect balance, because if you look at the notes, it has peach and quince on the opening. It then has vanilla and caramel in the base. It has a dark chocolate note in there. So you would think that this is an explosion of all things gourmand, that it's the most gourmand fragrance likely to encounter. There are fruits, but it's not a fruity fragrance. Yes, you're detecting that on the opening and you're getting some of those fruit components, but it's not a fruity fragrance. It's sweet, so there are sweet notes, vanilla, caramel, blah, blah, but it's not a gourmand. So this is incredibly sublime. If you haven't had a chance to experience it, now I've also read that some people don't like it. I find it surprising because it's like, I don't know what, it's like Nutella ice cream. I mean, how could you not like Nutella gelato? I mean, there's nothing in that you could say I don't like about. One thing that I noticed, and I'm actually wearing it today, so I'll be careful with my mic. The one thing that is so amazing, I get this beautiful strawberry touch, and not strawberry in a exaggerated sort of confectionery sort of way. It's this, it's almost lifelike. I mean, it's almost like I've actually picked a strawberry and you're getting that beautiful berry, supple tenderness of the strawberry scent, you know. So because strawberry in nature isn't this big pronounced, you know, hubba bubba, you know, kind of scent profile to it. It's very soft and it's not floral, it's definitely fruity. But anyway, so this is what I'm getting. Now, there's no strawberry note that I know of. I also know that there is, sometimes not that I detect an oud, but there's a more of a darkness in there. There's a woody darkness, and it could be that dark chocolate that's creating this more, that brings it back. Let me have one more smell. It is sublime. Now, for those who saw the video of the opening of the $10,000 Louis Vuitton Perfume Atlas, Kevin and I did smell a sample of a dark chocolate. And the first impression of that dark chocolate was an oud component. I smelled like a poopiness to it. And then it sort of went into this more heavier, you know, deep, rich cacao scent profile. And maybe this is what it is. Maybe the dark chocolate that's in there, whether it's an accord or an actual ingredient, is creating a little bit more, it's helping to bring back the sweetness, the fruits on that opening, but not taking it away. So this is beautiful balance. Now, I wrote here that this is a head turner. This fragrance here will create yummy sounds in people. My son, Farron, who's very expressive, loves all things Xerjoff. As soon as he sees the lid, the cap, he's like, even before he sprays, he's already doing yummy sounds. Anyway, he's been using Via CAVOUR, and every time he sprays, it's almost like he's eating Nutella ice cream or Nutella gelato. He does these yummy, like, wow, I won't go, but he's really, it's just a gorgeous fragrance. Head turner, because I spray this on my 2-year-old, she's 2 years, yeah, granddaughter. She smells gorgeous, and her sillage, her trail that she has, and everybody, you know, we went out as a family, I put this on her as her fragrance for the day, and everybody's like, oh, you know, they're calling about it, just saying, sweetheart, you smell so beautiful. So when I'm wearing it, I'm getting, I don't get as much attention as my granddaughter, but I do get, you know, comments like, you know, you smell good and a beautiful fragrance. So head turner. When it comes to the instant spray of it, the seduction of that instant moment is glorious. As a date night fragrance, I would say that this would be spectacular. And again, as a must-have or a fragrance for life, Via CAVOUR #1, bada bing, gorgeous and sublime. All right, next two. Last two, and then we're done. I love this. And I think maybe it could be the fact that this was this was my first ones. I bought 3 very, very early on. This is back in 2018, I think it was. And Renaissance has always been my love. I've always loved being with this fragrance. This is, I wrote here, this is my deal maker. If I need to go into a meeting, not be too assertive, not be too, you know, like slapping someone in the face, this is the one. I wrote here, citrus with cojones. for those who know what that is, or citrus with attitude. It has, so unlike the other citruses here, so let's take TORINO 21, this is happiness. This is pure joy. This is a glorious scent that makes you just fall in love. Whereas Renaissance, there is an edge to this. Interestingly, this does have mandarin. I don't detect the mandarin on the opening. I get a combination of very vibrant, very energetic, alive citrus notes, and there's a combination of different, like I think there's lemon and bergamot, things of that nature. But for me, this is spectacular. This is spectacular, and this is a deal maker. Whenever I've been in meetings, if I go out burst out into a sweat or whatever it may be, this baby pops, and I'm getting those woods. What am I getting here? So yeah, so it's the petitgrain, the cedar, and the mint, and that mint combination, those woods and mint and herbal. It just, I don't know, it just makes you feel good. It just makes you like, you got this. My biggest memory on this fragrance here, and I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to. I don't want to embarrass the person because I'm connected to them, and that's a Libertine. I just started the channel, this is probably 3.5 years ago, and I met with the owner of Libertine, and at that stage I think I had like 50 subscribers, and but I had known him before because I was an active Libertine customer. I was already buying many of their fragrances, and he was very kind to see me. I flew up to Sydney, and this was my fragrance of choice. Now, I went in there with cojones and saying, this is what I'm seeing the channel's gonna be. And I've only got 50, but I can see the channel's gonna grow to this because this is the way we're gonna do it, and this is what I'm gonna do, and blah, blah, blah. And I remember he was, you know, and because he's a businessman, he was asking me business questions. What about this and what about that and all the rest of it. And I remember we were in a cafe outside, and it was warm, and some of the questions were like, oh, haven't thought of that yet. And you know, that sweat that sort of pops, and Renaissance would come out, and it's like, you got this, brother, you got this, keep going, you're good, you're good. Because what I was asking is support with, you know, with product, like we're doing at the moment. So those who want to win that BONNE CHAUFFE, Libertine are giving that away for free. So if you want to take part in that promo, make sure that you buy anything. That's how generous they are. Buy anything and you'll get a chance to win that. So this is my deal maker. And every time I smell this, I think of this individual, the owner of the business, and I think of that moment in time, and yeah, and it's a happy feeling. It's a really, really happy feeling. So if you want a deal maker, a good citrus fragrance that'll give you confidence, that will be perfect for winter. It's glorious on a day like today, perfect for summertime, glorious any time of the year. Renaissance. Do not walk past it. Some people go, oh yeah, but this, but that, and you can see. Some people say, how many citruses? I mean, I've got 3 clear citrus fragrances, Neo, TORINO 21, and all 3 are different in their own unique way. All right, last one. A lot of people also poo-poo this one, but NAXOS. I'm sorry, and I know that there's a lot of talk about it's been reformulated, and blah, blah, blah. You're gonna ask me, or the question might be there. Yes, I bought this together at the same time, so it would have been about 2018. So, oh yes, you've got the old formula. Got a very good friend of mine who recently bought it, 12 months, so within the last 12 months, he stepped out of the car, and the first thing I said to him, NAXOS. I mean, I can smell, and we were at least 2 or 3, and he goes, I was gonna say to you, what fragrance? I just bought myself a fragrance. They bought it from Libertine. So that's the only thing I would say is, where are you buying? Where's it buying? Where are you getting your product from? I always buy from a retailer that I know, that I can trust. I know that, anyway, I won't go into that because, but NAXOS. And as I've been talking to you, NAXOS is popping, baby. NAXOS is incredible. And again, good friend of mine in the last 12 months, so I'm gonna say it's the reformulated version of it. It still works. I mean, okay, so if you stack it up against one against the other, maybe there might be a difference, I don't know. But I still feel, I still believe NAXOS is one of those classics that belongs in everybody. That's what I was wanting to say, because I get a lot of hate I get a lot of heat when I say, now stop with NAXOS. But I'm like, if you're in love, you're in love. What can I say? I mean, this is one of the classics. I still love using it. Everyone in my family loves using it. So yeah, if you're as a must-have or a new recruit or wanting to start somewhere, then NAXOS is definitely one of those. And as a honey, tobacco, woody fragrance, works all year round, works in winter, works in summer. Although I like wearing it in winter. For me, I know some people have said it's beautiful as a summer fragrance. As a summer night, not a summer day, I would say yes. But as a winter fragrance all day long, like today I've been wearing it, it's just spectacular. It's such a glorious fragrance. And we're done. Boom. All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. These are my picks. I'm going to do another one for semi-pros now. So I think I like the thought of, new recruits or things that you should have, that I would recommend for your collection, and what would be the next evolution now into more of a semi-pro, so someone who's a bit more experienced. I've got a very healthy collection of fragrances, so I'll do another one in the coming weeks. Thanks, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you guys all on the next Maté Talk.